Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chu News. As always, my name is Dee Brady, and with me is my co host.
Teichichu.
And on today's episode, we're going to start, as always, with some raid news. Now, we just wrapped up last week with the first round of the Typhlosion raids. And so we're going to go into the second week of the Typhlosion raids this upcoming weekend. And like how I predicted last week, we're going to have another like 5-star raid go along with it. We are getting the Blissey raid event. So D, the Blissey Hunter, is back again. I
The
am
Blissey Hunter.
I'm very excited because I got a lot of Pokemon to level 100 through that, and I look forward to doing it again.
I
But
look forward to not doing it again.
yes. But other than that, we're still anxiously awaiting Pokemon home connectivity. There's a Pokemon competition, a global competition online going on in Scarlet and Violet. Signups are being accepted right now. I know I'm entered, so I may just try my hand at it.
What's the rules in it?
But
Are there specific ones?
I think this is the one like where they're letting in the ruin legendaries, like since they just let them in EUIC.
Mm, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I'm excited for that. But with that, that's pretty much all the raid news and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news that we've got for right now. But until then, I'm going to toss it over to Tay for some merch news. But before we do that, I just wanted to show, because I didn't get to show last week, my Gen 5 sitting cuties that I got. I got Chandelure and Volcarona, two of my favorites.
Don't worry, I got Trebuchet. My trash son.
Trash. Emphasis on trash.
Rash. But yeah, since Gen 5, a couple more have sold out, such as like Lantern? Lamprin?
Lantern? Lampent?
Lampin. I'm struggling today. Um, yeah, a couple more have sold out, not too many. So it shows that they were really prepared for this drop. We got a few new trading card sets in, and some new figures. There was an Eevee figure. There's a Lapras figure, um, which is cool. I'm not super into the figures because I think that they are. I mean, if you're a collector, that's great. I just think that they're very overpriced, and I could not afford to have such figurines sitting in my home. But yeah, there's that, and there's also some creepy puppets. I know that Pokemon's like a kids thing, but it's like a
Sometimes they take it
children's.
too far.
Yeah, we have a puppet of Slowpoke, uh, Quagsire, Psyduck, and Marshtomp. I I mean, sure.
All interesting choices, and all run through the list again.
Marshtomp, Psyduck, Slowpoke, and Quagsire.
All water types.
And they just came out with the Lapis figure, so maybe they're doing something with water types.
Could be getting part of their summer thing, like cool off with some cool water types
And puppets.
and puppets, because everybody loves
Well,
puppets.
you want to know what's funny too? Is that in other merch news, Build a Bear. It's not on the website yet. I just happen to follow on Facebook a Build a Bear elite group because I am an elite Build a Bearist, and so I got the link early because someone posted it. Thank God. Sobble. I've been waiting for Sobble as a Build a Bear to be released. It's $64, which I was like, yes, that's fine. And some of their other bundles are on sale as well, such as Score Bunny. I've been thinking about getting Score Bunny, but Sobble, he's just really freaking cute. And yeah, so I got Sobble Build a Bear. I've been waiting for Sobble Build a Bear.
Wasn't he the last of the Galar starters that we were waiting for?
Yeah, we had it was Score Bunny first, then it was Grooky, and now it's Sobble. And Sobble took a little while. We had Growlithe before this, and I want to say another a couple of
Sylveon?
evolutions. It might have been I don't think it was Sylveon. I think it was someone else, and then Sylveon. I
Either
completely
way, it was a neat illusion.
yeah, exactly, which is fine. But as for Build-A-Bear wise, personally, what I would like next is Slowpoke or Cyndaquil. I think would be good. Go through the Hisuian starters. Rowlet would be a good one too.
Yeah.
I buy Rowlet.
I'm surprised they didn't start with like Alola, just seeing as Rowlet is a fan favorite.
They like to do things very backwards. So, and when
Like we said last week, it's a good idea.
yeah, it's you know it takes things a while to get into manufacturing, which is fine. But they like to do things very weird. And I mean, next we might be seeing the Scarlet Violet starters. I mean, we might
True.
see Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and
Quaxley.
yes, I did see it leaked actually. That Sprigatito will be a Build-A-Bear coming out later this year. So stay tuned for that if you're a Build-A-Bear elite like
Probably
myself.
alongside with the anime or something.
Probably. It could be the next one. Typically, they like to restock some, or they like to bring some back. Like they'll bring back a Pokemon. Like, and with these certain Build-A-Bears, you really have to get them quick, otherwise they're gonna sell out. That's what happened with Gengar. I had to get him really quick, and he sold out really quick. Granted, do I love the noise he makes? Absolutely not. But I have a Gengar Build-A-Bear, and who else can really say that? Not you, D.
That's true. That's true. Because I didn't know that Gengar was a Build-A-Bear until way after the fact.
He became a Build-A-Bear. Actually, when the anime, when Ash caught Gengar.
Is Gengar okay?
Yeah, interesting
Hmm.
little fact. Now that was like right on time. So, I mean, maybe they're just using the Galar starters just to kind of fill in a gap
Maybe.
before the anime. It's possible, but I know that
Maybe.
someone said Sprigatito was going to be soon, and I saw a photo of it. And like people who work for Build-A-Bear do that all the time. So,
Hmm.
just interesting.
Huh. Well, speaking of the anime, we just had the Pokemon Horizons anime premiere this past week. We got episodes 1 and 2 introducing us to Liko. And I can kind of tell that they're a bit of a relatable character because a little anxious going to school, still don't understand why many people, um, like myself, are questioning why we're doing a school in Kanto when the literal plot of Scarlet and Violet is school in Paldea, and Liko's from Paldea.
Yeah.
Don't understand it. It did get debunked though that Liko is related to Ash because in a subbed panel, there's a thing where Liko is talking to her roommate and the girl with the Oshawott,
Mm-hmm.
uh, saying that the reason she came to this school is because her mother and father went there. And we know that Ash didn't go to school until Alola.
It's still possible he could have gone to school there.
It's possible, but it's
We just
looking
don't
less
see
and
it.
less likely.
I get it.
True.
I get it.
Sure, he won the world championship, decided to go to school finally, and then moved to Paldea.
Yeah. Settle down.
Could.
You never know.
But one thing that I kind of didn't like, aside from the setting being in Kanto, uh, was the homeroom teacher gave everyone their starter, and they could choose from any region.
That's interesting.
Yeah. From what I understood, like the homeroom teacher had all like the starters from Kanto all the way to Paldea, and people were coming up and choosing whichever one they wanted, and that's how Anne, the girl with the Oshawott, got Oshawott,
Mm-hmm.
and just coincidentally, I think Liko got Sprigatito. And they were definitely trying to play off of the nostalgia purposes of Pikachu not listening to Ash because Sprigatito didn't listen to Liko for a little
Shocker,
bit.
a cat not listening to a its owner.
But
Surprising.
I am living for Sprigatito just being a cat because she lets Sprigatito out whenever she first meets her, and Sprigatito just swats at her hand. And I'm like, that's a
That's Tiki.
Tay. Tay and I both have cats, so we both understand that is just cat behavior.
That's Tiki. My cat's name is
And
Tiki.
then and then there was a panel of Sprigatito just making muffins on Lico's bed. Do you not know
Biscuits?
the or yeah, making muffins or biscuits where they're just like pawing?
No one says making muffins.
We say in the South making muffins.
Comment down below if you say when a cat's doing that, making biscuits or making muffins.
I've
Anyway,
heard it
go
both
on.
ways, biscuits and muffins.
I haven't. You had me. I thought this cat was really took an oven, put it on Leo's bed, and was making muffins. I've never heard
That would have
that.
been that would have been more impressive. That would have been more impressive.
I've never heard that. Anyway, biscuit making sprig.
Biscuit making sprig. Also, in one thing that does make Liko kind of like Ash is Sprigatito lost to Oshawott in a battle. Just like Pikachu lost to level 5 Snivy.
I only find it very interesting because, like, it's a water type.
Mm-hmm. It
Okay.
just took one water gun. Yeah. But then for anyone who hasn't seen it, just skip ahead until to the next section. So you get your spoiler warning in like 3, 2, 1. Liko's pendant is revealed to have a Pokemon inside that looks to be
The
a
turtle.
baby Terapagos. Yes.
Oh.
That Pokemon officially kind of soft release. They didn't tell us what the name of it was and anything. But there's like, oh, there's a Pokemon in Liko's pendant.
Well, I'm okay if they reveal stuff like that.
Yeah. And I thought that was really cool because we haven't gotten a Pokemon reveal in the anime like that's in the games since I genuinely want to say Gen 5 whenever Alexa started traveling with Ash, Iris, and Silent.
You know, there was another one too, like the movies. Sometimes they reveal them.
Yeah. They revealed
Who's the monkey? Big monkey. Grass monkey.
Zarude.
Zarude.
Zarude. Oh yeah, that's right. They did do that.
But that was, I mean, that wasn't back then.
That wasn't back then, and this was also like that was also its like kind of standalone movie.
Mm-hmm.
None of Ash's regional companions were with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the way that they did that, and it just showed kind of like, hey, we're still keeping you on your toes.
True. I like that. Pokemon can get a bit
So,
stale after a while, so it's good to keep us on our toes.
yeah. I also like the way that they kind of wrote freed the professor's Pikachu
Hmm.
because it's different than Ash's. Like it still has the confidence, but it's definitely like a I'm the captain of a ship confidence.
So, Leo.
And it does yes. Yes. And it doesn't it only knows kind of one similar move to Ash's, but Ash's Pikachu hasn't used it in forever in Volt Tackle. But aside from that, it doesn't know any of the other moves Ash's Pikachu knows, so it really kind of set it apart.
A separate.
Yeah. But that's anime news, so Tay has a little bit more Unite news, so I'm going to toss it back to her.
The only Unite news that I have is Chandelure is going to be coming soon to Pokemon Unite. And the Pokemon Unite season, most recent season, I believe has just come to an end. I want to say it's season 14, I could be wrong, but today it has come to an end. So if you were Masters, you gotta climb back up to Masters. I haven't tried yet, I've just been sewing. So, but That's it. New season, new you.
And with that, that ends our news portion of the episode. So when we come back, we're going to talk about what our favorite ghost type is. We're starting our favorite typed series. And welcome back, everybody. So now we are going to do our discussion portion. And with that, we're going to be starting our type series. This won't be every week, it'll be here and there. But we're starting our favorite type series. And we're starting because Tay and I are both ghost fanatics. I mean, I'm literally wearing a ghost shirt right now. With what are our two favorite ghost Pokemon? So, Tay, I will let you start.
Oh, thank you for blessing me with a good old starterino. So, my first one, people may not be shocked. People might be shocked. Gengar. I really enjoy Gengar. I think Gengar is a great Pokemon. And, I like the poison typing. I love how sinister he is. He's huge. Gengar would 100% be one of the partner Pokemon on my team. He's great. Red and purple are two of my favorite colors. Um, and yeah, he's just fantastic. And for my second one, which may not be a shocker, Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu, how it has a story and it has a background, and it's also a fairy type. And if you look under it, you're just dead. So you can't ask for a better Pokemon. It's like curiosity killed the cat. Yes, it did. That's it. Period. Mimikyu mocking another Pokemon.
Yeah.
Those are my
The,
two.
Those are good answers. Mine might not come as shockers either. My first one is Gorgeist.
Mm,
I Halloween is my favorite holiday. For a while, I did try and get my husband to make our wedding day Halloween. He was not going for that, so I settled for October 13th. Um, but I loved Gorgeist and I loved Jesse's in the anime, and Gorgeist is one of the ones that I Pokemon that I shiny hunted for. So I have a shiny Gorgeist.
Purple Gork.
That purple Gorgeist. She is my pride and joy. Love her to death. And I'm very disappointed that she's not in Scarlet and Violet. I'm very disappointed.
It's one of those things where you
It
all of a
is.
sudden you become a Nat Dex.
Yeah, when you're just like, why is my favorite not in?
And then you remember you gotta chill.
They're like, they can only do so much. They can only do so much.
I get why they were
But
mad.
I get it now. But one that is in Scarlet and Violet that we haven't seen in a while, and I'm very happy, is Bayonet. I
Oh,
really like Bayonet. Yeah, just because like we've said multiple times, I am a Hoenn baby. I am very partial to a lot of Pokemon from Hoenn. I will give passes to a lot of them, but
passes.
Bayonet I genuinely like. Kind of along the lines with you of it's got a story. It was a doll that was abandoned and now wants to go back to its owner. But also, I really liked its design. I really like its mega design. I think it's really
Mega is
cool.
cool.
Mega is really cool. But also, it's a pure ghost type, and it's just so simple and creepy and perfect, in my opinion.
I like it. As a plush maker and a plush fanatic, I agree. I think Bayonet's a really good choice. I'm surprised you didn't pick Gengar.
Gengar is my like third one, but I also we've been agreeing on
Too
a lot
much.
of things recently, and I'm just like, let's be different.
I also really like Sableye.
Sableye is good.
Little
Sableye is good,
gem
and
gremlin.
yes, and like Spiritomb, until the fairy type was introduced, didn't necessarily have a weakness.
Thanks, fairies. The one that made everyone mad.
The one that made ever, yeah, because dragon type users they really thought that
They were
they were stuff
unstoppable.
they
No,
were
sir.
unstoppable. No, it's the Sableye and Spiritomb users. They're
Yes.
like, we have a weakness now. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. We did it. We ferried him. We made
We
him pretty
ferried
and
them.
pink.
Pretty pink and painful.
Ha ha ha, the three P's.
But comment down below and let us know what two ghost types are your favorites. Because we'd love to know. Obviously, like I said, this is going to be sporadic. We don't know what type we'll do next. Maybe if you comment down below the next type, that's the type we'll do.
Maybe.
Maybe. But when we come back, it'll be everyone's favorite little portion, the silly little question.
Silly little question.
And now it is time for everyone's favorite portion, the silly little question.
So silly.
So, so this kind of stems from something similar to that we talked about, I think, on either episode 2 or 3 of what Pokemon would you trust to take care of you while you're sick? And with that, this kind of also like I thought of it because I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and it's only a matter of time before I'm asked to babysit. But what Pokemon would you trust to babysit your nieces, nephews, children? And can't be Kangaskhan because Kangaskhan is literally the parent Pokemon. I would say my choice would be Audino, just because it's very like sweet and tender, and also can
You're making
hear
it sound like a steak.
a what?
A steak? Sweet?
A steak?
Tender?
Yes, yes. But it can hear very well, and if one of the kids gets themselves in trouble, it can help get them out of it. If a kid hurts themselves, they can use like Heal Pulse. So I think it'd be a good babysitter.
I think I have two answers.
Okay.
One of them's kind of a joke answer. So
Oh,
I'll start with that.
So ready. I'm so ready.
Jigglypuff.
Yes.
Sleep. Sing them to sleep.
Just
And
nap time. I don't want to
go
go
to
to bed.
Bad.
Double slap. Or no, because child abuse. But you could just have Jigglypuff draw on their face.
That's true. Make them go to school with it. Psychological torture, you know? My second answer, the more realistic answer, is Bulbasaur. And my prime example of this is if you ever have watched the Pokemon movie, I think it's called Pikachu Visits Paradise Island or something of that sort. Basically, all of Ash's Pokemon, Misty's and Brock's Pokemon, they go to a paradise.
Yes, and they go on like a camp.
Yeah, and then you could all see that you can see the subtitles. Like you have certain Pokemon racing against each other, and when Togepi is crying, they're all trying to find a way to make Togepi stop crying, and the one who gets her to stop crying is Bulbasaur.
True.
So you're welcome for that anime reference.
Mm-hmm. One of the few times we're ever gonna get it.
I watched all of Alola. I did that.
Yeah, but you're
and
missing.
Y.
Yeah, but you're missing.
In the first and second season. And the third one a long, long time ago.
You're missing like Hoenn through
and a majority
Unova.
of the fourth season. Season 5 we just gloss over.
You're missing Hoenn through Unova.
Hoenn? I said I watched Hoenn back in the day.
Oh, I thought that was one of the ones where you're like, I stopped watching that.
Well, I would watch it back in the... I didn't watch it like I was watching an anime. I was watching it when I was a kid. But I know I've seen a majority of the episodes. And probably a majority of Gen 4 too. But I have the memory of a peanut. And it cannot fit a lot of space in there. So a lot of that comes with some of my cartoon watching. But I have seen nothing of... absolutely nothing of Gen 5. I've watched all of Gen 6 recently. Fairly recently, within the last few years. And I've watched Gen 7 also, all through, fairly recently. And cried several times. But I'm just not up to date.
The ending of Gen 7 was one of the ones that like really made me cry.
For me, it was the Malo's Mom.
Mom. Oh yeah, that was a good.
That was
That
a
was a tough one.
that was
But
a toughie.
that's not what this silly little question is about. We got off on a tangent.
Depression.
Way to go for two ADHD people. But comment down below, what Pokemon do you think would be good at babysitting?
Also, just a
And
reminder, don't forget, when a cat is going like this to a blanket, is it making muffins or making biscuits? I'm sorry, go ahead, D. I just wanted to remind our viewers.
you could in the wrap up that's happening next.
I'll remind them then too. Hello and welcome back to the recap of this entire episode. In case you saw our last little snippet, I said to make sure to comment when a cat's going like this to a blanket, is it making muffins or making biscuits? And then in another argument, because we just love to argue, a muffin. Are a muffin and cupcake the same thing? Because they're not. Because if you've ever had a muffin and a cupcake, they're distinctively different. I understand they're the same shape, but they're distinctively different. I'm sorry,
They're the
Dee,
same thing.
Go ahead and wrap up.
They're the same thing. One's just denser.
Comment down below. My heart hurts for you.
Out of the two of us, which one cooks more?
I'll have you know I have a cupcake maker.
Anyway, so with raid news, again, we are going into our second week of Typhlosion raids. So if you didn't get a chance to get Typhlosion the first time, you got this time to get it. Also, remember, we're going with the 5-star Blissey raids again this week along with Typhlosion. So if you want to grind, farm some equipment, farm some experience candies, that's the word I was looking for.
Good phrasing. Good phrasing.
Good phrasing. Yes. Very good phrasing. Farm some experience candies.
Muffins.
Make sure to hit those Blissey raids. Tay, you want to remind everyone what the merch news is along with Unite?
Puppets. Some trading card sets. Sobble Build-A-Bear, which should be popping up on the website soon. And, new season of Unite. And we'll see what, excuse me. We'll see what, new characters are gonna come out soon.
Perfect. And then, like I said, we continue with new Pokemon anime this week. But with that, we'll be back next week, and we promise not to argue as much.
Can't promise that.
We will try.
That we can promise.
We will try. That we can promise. But remember, when you choose your news, choose Chu News.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Muffins.